Guess what? We're live on Facebook. It's me, James, here at Soon's Orchards, our first Facebook Live. We're doing it right here today. And why am I here? I'm here because I wanted to share with you making some delicious, delicious squash. We have a big winter storm. Nor'easter is coming up this Tuesday, so many of you will be locked up. So you'll want to be making something yummy in the house. And we always think about squash. We still have it here in the store. We have squash here in the store on the floor. You can come down, you can buy it. Squash is a great product because it's high in beta carotene and it's super easy to prepare and make. Generally we think about either steaming it or roasting it in the oven, but I'm going to show you today how to do something really simple and really easy. You saw earlier on our Facebook page we highlighted a few things that we're using for our ingredients, and I wanted to go over the ingredients that we're going to be using today, adding an extra one that we forgot to add. So today we're going to be using our beautiful squash, our carnival squash that we grow right here at the farm. We still have lots of it here in the store. We're going to be using red onions because they're sweet and delicious and they caramelize beautifully. They're high in sugar. We're going to use a little garlic because everybody likes a little garlic in their food, a little ajo to really shake it up. No meal is complete without some Soon cider. We have to have that Soon cider in there. We're going to be using our Braeburn apples for a little snap and flavor, but we're going to be adding a brand new product that we got here in the store. You're going to love this. It is a tomato and onion kind of with a kick sauce. We're going to be adding that, and what that's going to provide is an extra element of yum in the dish. So in order to get started, come over here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to use some Watkins. We sell this right here at the store, Watkins grapeseed oil. I like using grapeseed oil because it has a higher smoke content than other oils do. It's also super healthy, super delicious, super good for you. And we sell this right here in the store. So I'm using a cast iron skillet today. Cast iron skillet with a little induction heat there. We're going to start off with our red onion first. I'm going to use a mandolin, and a mandolin is a really great tool. They come in a lot of different styles. This is a mandolin that is available at most Japanese stores. It is a Japanese style mandolin. There's all sorts of different varieties out there. Thing about a mandolin, there's two people that will use it, those that will cut their fingers and those that have cut their fingers. So one of the two things will happen. Just make sure that you're wearing gloves when you're working, and make sure that you keep an eye on what you're doing, pay attention, and work effectively, smoothly, and efficiently. And why am I using a mandolin? Well, I use a mandolin for a lot of cooking because it allows you the opportunity to have the chance to get everything even in the same size, in thickness, so that when you are cooking it makes things super easy and super efficient for you and makes cooking actually faster and not slower. So we've taken our onions and we've just sliced them on the mandolin, and then we're going to take them and we're going to put them on our pan and listen to that beautiful sizzle as it starts to happen. Now every time I make something in the store, I'm always asked if I have it for sale because people want to take it and buy it and take it home with them. Well, today I'm going to make a little extra, so we may have some packaged in the store available. So if you want some, come in, let us know here on Facebook. If you're watching us live here on Facebook, hello to everyone that's watching us. I hope we have at least 2 people. Someone's learning, I hope, learning about cooking and how easy it is. One of the things you want to do when cooking is keep it to really simple and easy ingredients, and that's one of the things that I've tried to do today to remind you how simple it is to cook by keeping it easy with just 5 easy ingredients. So we're starting out with our onions. We're going to let those cook for a little bit. We're going to let those cook and caramelize down. When you work with your squash, we're using this squash. It is a carnival squash, also referred to as a dumpling squash. Oftentimes when they're green and white, they're called a winter dumpling, and when they're this color, they are referred to as a carnival squash. They are in the same family as an acorn squash, just the shape differentiates just a little bit. Really beautiful orange flesh on the inside. Orange, of course, you know it's my favorite color. And we also have it so you can stuff it as well. But what we're going to do today is I've already pre-cleaned it and prepared it. I have my onions going here in the pan. What I don't have is a spoon to mix anything with. So we're going to just use the knife instead. We're live, Joe, on Facebook. Joe is one of the farm workers here that works at the farm. Get a picture of Joe right there so all the crew can see him. Joe is managing with Chris. They are cutting the trees right now and making sure that those trees are ready for the next season and they're ready to produce some beautiful apples. They are in Jeff's orchard right now finishing up the U-pick. And U-pick...
U-pick's done.
Oh, U-pick is done. You're in the lower orchard now. All right, U-pick is finished. And so now they're down in the regular lower orchard. Orchard 8 and 9, row 8 and 9. Down there pruning the trees and making them ready for the season. Apple trees have to be pruned every single year. If they're not pruned, they won't produce apples for the next season. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. So what I've done with my squash is I went ahead and sliced it on the mandolin. You can see that everything is easily sliced, nice thickness. And we're just going to keep adding more to this, but I wanted to start here so you can see that we're just going to take it after we've sliced it like that. We're just going to make it a little smaller to do sort of like a julienne, as you would call it in French cooking, or matchstick cuts, and just make sure that everything's relatively the same size. We're just going to go through and do this and let that saute for about 5 or 7 minutes and find out what that does. So if you have any questions, just ask them here. Boys, what do we need to know about apples that you guys are working on right now? Chris and Joe are here behind us. They work here on the farm. We're Facebook Live right now. And
just basically pruning all the trees so we can get some good growth and good apples.
Excellent. And I understand that you recently found out that every tree has to be pruned differently.
Yes.
When you learn one thing, you learn
another.
Another thing has to be
Each variety has its own way to prune.
Pretty amazing, right?
It is.
Have a good one.
Have a great day. So those are our two gents that are out there working in the orchard, making those trees healthy and beautiful. One of many in our crew here at Sue's Orchards. We have lots of people that work here. We're always trying to contribute, excuse me, to the bottom line of the farm and figuring out how best to do that. So I'm slicing up more of our carnival squash, and what you've noticed is that I did not peel the carnival squash, and that's something that's unique and interesting about it that people forget. Because it's such a thin-skinned squash, like the butternut and the delicata as well, the skin can also be eaten. So you just want to make sure you wash it really well, and then just go ahead and slice it on your mandolin. And again, I'm using a mandolin because it keeps the consistency of the slices even, so that when you're cooking, everything cooks more readily and more evenly, because everything is essentially the same size when you've done it. And again, we're just going through and matchsticking that out, taking it and adding it in, and just continuing to allow that to saute and cook and be delicious. Usually this dish will take about 15 minutes to cook in its entirety. So that's how long we're going to be here together. I have to fill up 10 to 15 minutes of time with talk. So hopefully you're all going to ask me some questions and want to know some interesting things about the farm and what we do here. Lots of new things up and coming in the season we have planned. If you haven't been here in a while, we know that next door we have our tasting room that just reopened this week. So Donan is over there preparing and making some delicious beverages for everyone. We have got our onions in there sauteing. They smell like they are caramelizing. We start those off first with them on the bottom. We're going to add now to our ingredients because they are caramelizing. We have the grapeseed oil on the bottom. On top of that, we added our red onions. Then we put on our first layer of our squash. Now we're taking our delicious Soon cider, just adding a little bit of cider to that there. And what that's going to do, it's going to steam and saute this dish together and make it even more delicious. You notice two things I haven't done yet. I haven't added the garlic and I haven't added our apples yet. And the reason I haven't done that is I want to wait towards the end to add the garlic, because when you add it too soon, it can often make it become bitter. Also, we want to add our Frank and Tony's delicious sauce. We're going to add this to it. Why are we adding a pre-done sauce? Because sometimes you want to add flavor that's fun and delicious, simple and easy. This has got a little tomato in it, and it's going to have a really nice flavor. So we're just going to let all of this sit here for about 7 minutes while this continues to cook, and we will come back on Facebook Live when this is more done to finish up, so you can all experience what it's like. But
Paulina wants to know why the picture is sideways.
why is the picture sideways? Oh my gosh!
Should I turn
Probably
it?
because we didn't realize if we upright it. Is that better for you? Are we right side up? Let us know, because hey, it's our first time doing Facebook Live and we have no idea what we're doing, and that's okay, because life is about a learning experience, and learning is a whole lot of fun. Do we have any questions from anyone here in the store? Any of our customers have questions as they're standing in the background watching me rattle on and on?
Says that's better.
Is that better? Yay!
Nancy Cohen says yeah.
Yes, yay! Well, thank you, Nancy, for watching us. Anybody want to know anything? Are you learning anything? I have to say, I'm using an induction heat here, and because this induction heat is a little new to me, it is a little slower in the cooking process than what I expected or anticipated. So I appreciate your patience in watching us. Frank and Tony's, it's a brand new product. We were over at Adams last week, Sharon and I. They have an annual food show that they do every year when they do their Spring Flower Farm Festival at Adams over in Newburgh. They do it at all their different stores. But Frank and Tony's is a product that was there. They do a fancy little food show there, and this product happened to be there. We met Frank, and what's really great is it's made right in Port Jervis. It's a local guy. They're using red and yellow onions right from the black dirt. So how much better than that does it get? Black dirt onions made locally by a local family-owned business, just like Soon's Orchards, and a local family-owned business making it good. Lenore is their mother, and they make great products right over there in Port Jervis. They do a lot for co-packing and startup businesses, that if you have an idea of a product you want to bring to market, Frank and Tony, their mother Lenore over at their business, can start and help you. But this Frank and Tony's is really, really delicious. We added it right in here. So we're gonna continue to let this saute and cook for a few minutes while this continues to soften up. What a lot of people often think about squash is that it needs to be cooked to a texture that's really well done and like mushy. And a lot of reason people don't like squash is they don't like it because of the texture issue that it creates. A lot of times people don't like that baby food effect that squash can sometimes have in your mouth. Well, you have to rethink about how you're going to prepare it. So that's one of the reasons I really like sauteing squash and making it really simple and easy, because when you saute it, it changes the texture of the flavor, and texture has so much to do about food that we like or don't like, and understanding how texture plays a big role in that determines whether or not we will or we won't eat something. So in my personal life experience, a lot of people who say they don't like squash don't like it because of the texture that it creates, but when they create and taste a delicious product like this that I've made or prepared, they have a renewed idea about what they think squash is and what it should be. So we have another question from one of our viewers. Thank you so much for watching today. I want to say thank you so much.
Angel wants to know, why, will you ever teach how to make donuts?
Will we teach how to make donuts? Goodness gracious. Well, it's really hard for us to teach you how to make donuts. There's not really a process to teach you because it's from a mix, and we use a special mix that's provided to us that we looked long and hard to find the exact mix that's going to be the best to make the most delicious donuts that we have here at the orchard. And you know they are all super delicious. What we will do in the near future is we're going to videotape the process of donuts being made, and we may even have a live feed cam set up so that when donuts are being made at the moment, there'll be a live feed. You'll get an alert. You'll know that they're being made, and you can come on down to get those delicious, fresh, hot donuts that everyone loves to come in for. Teresa's actually coming in the next half hour, and fresh, hot donuts. we'll be out again this afternoon, probably after 2 o'clock here at the orchard. So if you're close by, swing by and come in and get some delicious and yummy donuts. But also come in and try some of this delicious squash dish that I'm making so you can see how easy it is, how yummy it is, and how simple it is for you to make it yourself at home. What we like to do here at the orchard is empower people to do, empower people to think about the possibility and the potential of what is. And what I like to do when I teach my classes in cooking is help to demystify the idea that it's so hard and so difficult and that I could never do that. And I think of course you could do that. More than likely the reason you haven't is because you haven't tried. And yes, it won't be perfection the first time, but you have to be willing to accept that and know that you did the task, and completing the task is the most important. So what we're doing is adding our garlic at this time. A little local garlic would be nice, but everybody ran out of their local garlic. So instead we have this beautiful garlic we got from Christopher Ranch in California. They are one of the largest garlic growers out there, and I actually happened to have lived out in California, less than 50 miles from Christopher Ranch that's in Gilroy. I grew up in the Salinas Valley, as many of you know. I'm a Salinas boy, transplanted to New York, having moved from the Pajaro Valley, Watsonville area, Salinas Valley, where we grew apples out there. I moved 3,000 miles across the country only to be reintroduced back to apples all over again. So it's great fun to be here. We have another question, Omni, from one of our viewers, and thank you again for watching. It's great being here with you on your Saturday afternoon. Thanks for sharing the day with me. I'm happy to be here with you, and I hope you're learning something, and I hope you're having a lot of fun. Omni, what's the question?
All right, Debbie Walter says, I moved from Hampton to North Carolina. Do you ship?
Do we ship? Sure we ship. We can ship a lot of things. We've shipped cider. We have shipped donuts. We ship our peanut butter as well. If there's something special that you want to get from us, let us know what it is, and we'll try to box it up and send it to you. Usually we'll send it out to you UPS or by postal service is usually one of the two ways that we do it. But yes, if there's something that you want, and remember, you have to be willing to pay for it because that shipping cost is sometimes kind of expensive. But if you love our product, you know that it's worth it. We recently just sent some cider out to California. It was a little pricey to send. I think 2 gallons was $20, but you can't put a price tag on happiness, can you? It makes people really, really happy and put a huge smile on that recipient's face. Another question, yes?
Jane Morva wants to know what you're making.
Jane, what am I making? Jane, I'm making a delicious squash dish showing you how easy it is to cook with food here at the orchard. We still have our beautiful carnival squash, lots of it here. And Daddy said, tell me yesterday, you need to do a demo to move that squash because I don't want to be throwing it away or giving it to the pigs. So I wanted to show you how to make a delicious squash dish today. So Jane, all we did, simple ingredients. We're using a little squash, a little red onion. We're going to be adding a little apple. We have our delicious soon cider. Of course, a little garlic because that makes everybody happy. And our new product that we just got in, Frank and Tony's onion sauce. It's a little spicy. It has a little kick. We added it right in here. And what I'm doing with the squash is that I just sauteed it. And I sauteed it because we talked about people sometimes don't like squash because of the texture issue. They don't like that mushy baby food sort of taste in their mouth. So instead what we've decided to do is go through and saute it today so you can have an opportunity to try it and taste it and tell us how you like it. I'm using a cast iron skillet because a cast iron skillet conducts heat really, really well. And this is an induction heat. When I take the pan away, the heat is gone. I put the pan back and it reintroduces the heat. It's a really great way to cook. It's a really safe way to cook. And I actually was just in New York City the other day, and I was at a restaurant that has an open space where they cook, and all the chefs there had induction heat, so they were all using this, so there was no flame and no worry about an open flame source. So if you have a small business and you're concerned about venting and hooding and maybe you can't prepare anything because you don't have what's necessary because they don't want an open flame, well, this is a great way to replace that. Omni, thank you so very much. She's getting me another spoon. I'm telling you, my staff is right on it. They are so good and so rocking. You have questions, just ask. We're almost done here. I have one last ingredient to add. That's going to be our apple. We're going to use a Braeburn apple today. Braeburn apples are delicious. They are still here in the store. 9 varieties of apples we still have here. We may be running out of apples soon though. Our Crispins, we're down to only 30 bushels left of those delicious Crispin apples. And if you like our Crispin apples, well, you should probably come in and get them soon. We're also getting low on our Fuji apples as well, but we still have apples in the store. They're still super delicious and yummy. You know, here at the orchard, we grow over 50 varieties of apples here on the farm, and by 2020, we expect to have 60 different varieties of apples, including new varieties that were introduced last year by the New York State Station for apple growing. We're going to be having the new varieties, which include the Ruby Frost and the Crimson Crisp, will be available here at Soon's in the next year or two, so look forward to those delicious apples coming in. We have another question from one of our viewers, and again, thank you all for watching our first Facebook Live viewing here. Thanks for joining us.
Kara wants to know, do you still have Red Delicious?
We do have Red Delicious apples. They're there on the shelf. They are super yummy and delicious. One of the things that's really great about the Red Delicious apple is it's a perfect apple to use if you're going to be juicing or if you want an added sweetness to anything that you are making. Red Delicious apples are really, really yummy and really good, and we still have lots of them in the store. Excuse me. Live TV, you actually have to cough sometimes. It happens. So we're just finishing up our dish here. We're just adding up the apples. I added the apples last because I wanted them to have a little bit more of a crunch to them. And this dish is essentially done and finished. It's our little squash saute. All that I really need to do at this point is add a little salt, and that is it. So I want to say to everyone who joined us today, I guess I need to find out if people actually like this. So Omni, I'm going to ask you to run into the donut room and get some salt off of the top shelf in there. If you can't reach it, have somebody get it for you. We're just going to add a little salt to this, and then we have to have some customers swing by and try it. I wonder if anybody's going to be willing to take the bait and try this delicious squash. We're going to just wait for a little bit of salt to arrive. And then maybe Omni's going to get us a little containers to do a little sampling and give it out to a few customers and see if they're willing to try it. So we have a little salt here. If you'll get some sample cups for me, young lady. Thank you very much. We're using a sea salt. Sea salt's just a bit. Seems like a lot, but it really isn't. It's less than a teaspoon that I use. And we have some beautiful customers here that may want to try a little sample of our squash today. Yes? No? It's really yummy. We're doing a little Facebook Live here today, so our customers could learn. But if you want to come over and try a little bit of this yumminess, I'll take that from you. And get these lovely customers some spoons there on me so they can try this. So this is a squash medley that we did. It's using just 5 ingredients. It's a little carnival squash that we did. People often don't like squash because of the texture is too mushy, but this is more of an al dente style squash in the way that it's cooked. We have a little red onion, garlic, a little grapeseed oil. We have carnival squash and a little of our Tony and Frank's delicious sauce that is onions and a little red zinger to it. How does it like? How do you like it? Good taste? Carnival squash. This is what a carnival squash is. Traditionally, people just want to roast it or steam it. I'm showing you that you can use it on a mandolin. A mandolin is one of these implements here. You take a mandolin and went ahead and I cleaned my squash. I pre-cleaned it, and I just want to take it on my mandolin. I'm just going to slice it through so that all the slices are even, and then I take my slices and I just take that and just cut it up a bit more, and then just put it in the pan and saute it, and that's it, all finished, delicious.
What's the spice on steak?
What's the spice in it? So I have red onion, and I have some garlic, and then I used this. Frank and Tony's is the other item that I used in it. Would you like to try some? It's really yummy. People have opinions, but it's really delicious. Get reactions from our customers and see how they really like it. Live feed, live reactions, real people responding to real food. So, good. Let our customers know. Feedback from people. We always like to hear if you like what we do here at the Orchard. Always trying to do new things and thinking of new ways to make food fun, make it simple and easy. How is that squash, sir? It's good? Listen, a man eating his vegetables. We love that. We love that. Who else would like to try some squash? It's a little squash medley here we did today. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you so much for being at the Orchard. Any other questions we have from anybody in our feed there, Miss Omni? I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for being here today, joining us on our Facebook Live. Yes?
Deborah wants to know what is he making, and Aaron wants to know what is it.
Oh, so what am I making? So I made a squash medley today. It was a simple, easy squash saute. I got to turn this down because it's all finished at this point. It's just simple food that we did. It is using some ingredients that are easy and accessible here at the farm. We like to make things available so that you can just stop in, get some quick ingredients, take it home, and prepare a real easy meal. So what we did is we used things that we have here at the store today. So I have some carnival squash that I used. Carnival squash, we still have lots of it in the store. Daddy said, you need to move it. I don't want to throw it away. We have lots to sell, so sell it, do something fun. So I thought today I would do a demo utilizing our carnival squash. So it's carnival squash, a little red onion, some delicious Brayburn apple, of course garlic. Never forget our cider in every dish here at the Orchard. And we added a new product, Frank and Tony's. It's red and yellow onions from Pine Island, black dirt, and it is sauteed in a red sauce and really, really delicious. We prepared everything in a pan, mixed it all together, sauteed it together in total yumminess, and boy, does it smell delicious. And it was delicious. Even our customers said so. It's been great being with you today. It's been my pleasure. I hope you come back and join us again on Facebook Live. It's James cooking with me. Thanks to my videographer, Julie, for doing such a great job today, for Omni, for assisting with all of the questions on the Facebook feed. We look forward to seeing you again, and until that time comes, we'll look forward to seeing you here at Soon's real soon. Have a great day.